the video. I don't know what the fuck you want from me, but
Well, you're the music expert of the podcast, so
I
you're
don't
supposed to know
listen
what these
to
things
Cher.
are. Damn, our Sonny and
Do I
Cher
look
special
like a
will never
50-year-old
happen.
gay man?
Sometimes.
I mean, you don't want me answering that, do you?
Also, I found a real for once, Letterboxd gave me a very interesting list of a topic I care about. 4K movies to avoid, because I've been hearing about like a lot of terrible 4K transfers of movies, and this
Yep.
one like this one has a list, but also like you can go into it. Actually goes into like if you click the detail button on Letterboxd list, it actually gives you like details of like why it's bad or like which alternative you should do. And I learned that Planes, Trains, and Automobiles actually has a really shitty Blu-ray too, so I might have to actually. That's a bit disappointing. That's a great movie. So
I watched it on streaming last year and it looked fine, so it must have been the original
maybe
version.
I don't know. Yeah, but apparently the 4K also sucks. So, that's a shame. Also, apparently Pan's Labyrinth has a bad Blu-ray. 4K.
Yeah, early Blu-rays were probably fine.
Yeah. Like honestly, it's kind of funny how half this list is just freaking what's it called? Like James Cameron movies because of like his awful 4K track record. Like, dude does not know how to make a good 4K, bro. Poingo, I feel like there's something we need to talk about this podcast, but I forgot.
I don't know.
There's some news that's like that isn't just like I feel like that's me and Boingo specific. I forgot. So we're gonna talk about Sentai. We're gonna talk about Book of Revelation. Binder. What else? Those are like the two major ones. Y'all okay?
Yeah, I'm good.
Yeah, I was just looking for something specific in the binder. I wanted to make sure I got a screen.
It's just really funny to say the binder.
Give me the cube, boy. Imagine if he was running around saying, "Give me the binder, boy."
They should just make a binder and MacGuffin in one Transformers show for funsies.
Make the binder of Revelations canon. That's what's gonna happen when they eventually get to the point where they tell the Transformers story about them coming to the real world where the Transformers are fictional. They have to stop Megatron from getting the binder of Revelation and rewriting the story so he wins.
That's like some Smurfs 2011 shit. I hate it.
That story's gonna happen one day. Every franchise does it.
Yeah, every franchise does it. Like even as like a gag, they do it.
Piss and shit yourself.
Maybe later.
Ouch. I don't know why I said ouch.
Yeah. Is that how you're feeling, my friend?
Yeah.
Feeling giggly? Does that make you feel like a real human person?
Sometimes.
God damn, the Legends team are just fucking madmen these days.
The Marvel Legends?
Yeah, Dan Yoon just tweeted, Yellow/Blue Comic Cable and Retro Deluxe Kingpin will re-release for pre-order possibly as early as tomorrow at fan channel retailers.
That's I mean, they seem like are they the best Hasbro team? Like just by sheer quantity of work?
I think it depends on the month, but they certainly are firing on all cylinders these days.
Yeah.
Yeah, because it seems like either if you are enjoying the figures, switching between them and G.I. Joe.
I'll admit, Star Wars has really upped their game in the last year, but it still really is like if you don't like Transformers, you're gonna be either really into Marvel Legends or really into G.I. Joe Classified, and if you do like Transformers, you probably hardly ever collect those lines anyway.
You know, I kind of just collect the Marvel and Transformers shit. So.
Mm-hmm. You're a rare bead.
Yeah. Well, I'm sorry, I'm a nuanced person with multiple interests.
Oh.
Damn.
I've been thinking about that a lot where I'm like, I have too many damn interests, man. Like, I don't...
Giving the fully rounded human being response.
Sorry. But it's like, I don't know, it just... My brain just realizes, like, man, I'm into, like, way too many things. Like, just, like, I am too... My brain is. It feels like I can't properly like express my love for all of them. I can only do like one or two, but I
Well,
do
you're way
genuinely.
older than 2.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm like, I'm way too like I don't know. It just I'm just like I'm into too many media, and it's like so it's just like the idea of just like only being into one thing for your whole life. It's like I would like a consistency, but it's like I don't want to stay there forever. You know, I want to like have like I want to do other things in between. You know.
I'm finding I'm at a point where I kind of have to focus on one hobby for a good long while in order to truly enjoy it. But then as soon as I feel burnout coming on at all, I'm like, okay, let's switch gears to something else. Like that's why
Yeah.
I stopped posting photos a couple weeks ago. I was like, it's just not fun anymore. We're gonna play video games for a few weeks.
Yeah. I gifted you Guardians, right? Like
Hmm.
years ago. Yeah.
Well, not years ago, like a year or two ago.
Feels like years ago. Feels like I gifted you at the beginning of like 2022 or something. Well, that's when the game came out.
I could probably look at my fucking thing and figure it out.
You don't have to. I'm just overthinking about it. Anyway. Oh, Boingo, have you heard of that new game from the Telltale devs?
Dispatch.
Yeah, it's been.
Yep.
Game. I don't know. It looks okay. Not really like nothing like it's. I'm not really like excited to play it. It just looks like it looks fine. Like better animation than most Telltales, but still like, eh.
I mean, everyone's simping over the troubled alt girl.
I mean, everyone does that with every time there's a troubled alt girl. I'm just like, I just like it does nothing for me.
It is a good troubled alt girl.
I'm sure it is. It's just like I don't know.
Let me
The
be
clips
honest, troubled alt girl is just diet goth girl. It's goth girl for guys who are too scared.
Oh no,
Maybe.
here's the thing. She is a very catty bitch. That's the whole gimmick of her.
Yeah.
Like literally, she's stopping a crime in a donut shop, and she asks you, "Oh, what's your favorite kind of donut?" And you have 3 options. One is to go, "Oh yeah, the long ones with cream in them," a glazed donut, or a jelly-filled donut. And every response, she does the joke you think she's gonna do. Oh, the long one with cream. Oh, you like those long ones with cream? Just shoving them down your throat. Oh, you like those glaze? Getting that glaze all over your face, just shoving it all over.
Like that kind of writing is a bit of like, I don't know, like something about just the way like I've seen it just kind of feels a little obnoxious.
It's obnoxious when you see the clips where it does all of the choices at once, but if you're just going through the story, it's one joke and it's done, and the guy gets a good response.
All right, yeah. I don't know. I just like the clip. Maybe it'll be better.
Because that's the thing. They clip the joke, but they never clip the guy's response. Because it's always, by the way, the guy you play is
Aaron
the guy
Paul,
who played Pinkman in Breaking Bad.
Yeah, Aaron Paul.
I couldn't remember the actor's name.
Also, Todd and BoJack.
But I have a feeling he's going to be very Mark Hamill, where he has like one really big, impressive live action role, and then he does voice acting for a lot of his life.
I mean, he wasn't Invincible.
He's also kind of made a career of just being that guy popping up in random things.
Yeah, like pleasant surprise, I think is the best way to put it.
But what was the other thing I was going to say?
I forgot. We're talking about Dispatch, I guess.
We were talking about Dispatch, but I've been seeing clips and I like a lot of the characters. I don't think people saying like, "Oh, it's cringy writing," are getting that it is meant to be a sitcom.
Yeah, it is like there really only one character annoyed me. Like out of like all of them, the rest of us like I could see potential in them.
Ooh,
I think I'll wait for like it to go on sale.
Yeah. Who was the character?
That annoyed me. It was like the guy who was like the guy who's like old but he's only 40.
Oh yeah. Well, he's a cranky son of a bitch because he's artificially aged.
Yeah.
And also, they know each other, so they're just busting each other's balls.
Yeah, fair. Yeah, I just didn't find him like particularly funny.
That's fair. I think Markiplier voices the Superman guy.
Makes sense. Metro Man.
He's called Phenomenon.
Yeah, I know. Moist Critical voices the Bat, right?
Yeah, and he actually does a good job of it.
Yeah, I didn't know it was Moist until I got pointed out to me. I was like, what?
Are you gonna
Like,
eat those
this is-
twinks?
Yeah, I did. Like, I thought that was just an actual voice actor. I didn't know that was like a freaking like YouTuber.
And Jacksepticeye's in it.
Yeah, that I saw that being advertised alongside Moist. Yeah.
Well, I mean, he's also been voice acting a lot recently.
Yeah, true. He did a Sonic cameo.
Like, he's not a YouTuber; he's a voice actor.
Yeah.
At this, like, they can be both.
Yeah, I know, but just like I associate.
I was
him
more
with,
in like, yeah. I'm just more.
You heard about the problems with the Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection?
Oh no, are there more?
I mean, like, there's just the general problems of just like
It being a video game that exists.
Well, yeah, that's a problem. You know, it's nobody likes Mortal Kombat. I kid.
No, there's at least one person who likes Mortal Kombat. Their name is Sonic Fox.
Yeah, well, that's because they get paid to play it. Like how we're getting paid to say hello, welcome to Modular Components. Actually, we're not getting paid. This is all for fun. I'm one of your wonderful.
But we could be getting paid if you sponsored us. Email us right now, analyticalfanboys@gmail.com.
We'll say 90% of what you want us to say. That other 10%, you're gonna have to guess.
Yeah, that's a gotcha.
I only do it for 100% of the money to my bank account.
That's Simeon who wants all the money. Boingo is the guy with the gotcha, and I am Buster. And we're just here to entertain.
This isn't a gotcha mechanic. It's a gotcha in the classic sense of like, haha, gotcha.
Yeah, true. It can be both.
Yeah, but you're not getting a little ball in return.
Yeah, you're getting jokes.
Got you by the balls.
Yeah.
Can I still get the toy?
Speaking of toys, guys, Super Sentai is over? Question mark? Huh? What's going on
Apparently, probably, maybe. I don't fucking know. Does this look like Toku Talkers to you? Get out of here.
Okay.
No, like, it's interesting. The rumors are interesting. I mean, I've been on record on this very channel saying I want them to do a big, crazy, like, G.I. Joe in the 80s level shakeup for a long time. And it seemed like they kind of avoided the need for that with Dawn Brothers and King Osier. But, like, it's definitely not too little too late if the rumors are to be believed. It's like, oh, you're just fucking... Okay. Let's see how this goes.
Yeah, and like we've talked about, like, you go first.
I was about to say, it's to cover all the rumors for people who haven't been keeping up or aware. The current rumor is that Super Sentai is ending, but other ancillary rumors are they are making a new show that maybe just is the same thing as Super Sentai but with a new name.
Yeah, the current name is Universe. That's being rumored around.
But there's also
a brand new show with the Bones.
Yeah, they're just making like a whole new show, and I'm kind of more into that.
We'll see. We'll see what happens.
Don't get me wrong. I like Sentai. I love Sentai. I'm watching a Sentai right now, and I'm having a decent time. But like, 50 years is a good long run. You want to just put it away and do something different with the same budget? Not a terrible idea.
Yeah, I think like my main concern isn't really like, oh, like I don't mind Sentai being like, especially because I don't think you can really go. I talked about this even like when Gozuja was airing, like started. Where do you go from there? That's kind of like a good cap off if you ever need one. So like if they want to do something new to start off, that's fine. I think I just more like, will it still be 50 episodes? How's the structure going to work? Because there's also been rumors about episode structure, so it's like we'll find out. No, that's
I think the big.
Go ahead.
I think one element that just is like getting overlooked in a little bit of a way. People going like, "Oh, they're just changing the name and it's going to be the same exact show." They're just trying to get around fucking bullshit. And I'm like, Super Sentai has 50 years of brand recognition. Why the fuck would they throw that away if they're just going to have the show be exactly the same?
Yeah, like how does copyright law work in Japan? Would they be worried about it falling into public domain so soon? I don't think so.
No, I think it's the contract because they want to get it out. Because from here's the understanding I have, they want to get it out more to Western
Internationally.
audiences internationally. But Hasbro has the Power Rangers contract that was signed like '90s or some shit, and that's
Mhm.
still like not expired or going anywhere. It's like freaking Sony Spider-Man type beat.
Well, I mean, it probably got re-upped when
Hasbro
Saban
did, yeah.
made Neo Saban era stuff.
Yeah, Saban brands, and then Hasbro kept. I don't know how when's contract's supposed to expire. So I guess they're like, okay, we can make a new show that like uses Sentai's bones and like kind of take some new ideas. I mean, like Sentai's always reinventing itself recently, so it's like it's not too big of a change.
Well, even to say recently is kind of a misnomer because, like, you had the classic Showa style stuff, then eventually it turned into like 3-man team era, and then it kept going on for a bit. Then it was like squadron style up to like what are the bird ones?
Jetman.
Jetman, and then you started having 5 and the 6 era, and that went on for a while. And then you had some mix-ups in the early aughts with the 3-man teams again. Like, to say Sentai has been consistent is to laugh.
Yeah, I mean, the show. I've been watching all the Showa stuff for an upcoming video, and it is pretty consistent. But it's always like there's always gonna be a little change that like, oh, that's how we get to there. You know,
It was
and it's
for a
like
long time. It was every couple of years they'd come up with a new addition to the format, and then it became for a long time every couple of years they'd swap out to a slightly different format they had done before. And like they've tried some wildly different things every once in a while, but it feels like now like the getting around the contract thing could very much be there, but I think it's also just like, well, what is there really left to do with the concept of Super Sentai? We've done like 6 animal shows and 20 fucking dinosaur seasons. We need to come up with something completely new.
yeah, and even like the rumors I'm hearing about like, oh, all there's still gonna be multiple heroes. Like it's gonna be like Metal Heroes where like they have a bit more distinct designs from one another, and they're gonna be like kind of like at odds with each other. Gozucher kind of had that, but it kind of dropped that like as the show evolved. So it's like it seems like they've these ideas that they've been wanting to go full hog on, they can now go full hog on.
Mm-hmm.
And
I
like
think
just
it's
to may I?
yes.
Yeah, just to swing back around to the thing you said earlier, Buster, about the 25 episode rumor, because I saw your post about that, and I'm like, it is a valid concern, but also like it depends. Are they cutting it down to 25 episodes and giving each episode double the budget of a typical Sentai episode previously? Or are they taking that budget and putting it into a whole other show that we're going to see in like 12 months? Or are they just pocketing that money? Because like two of those options I think are kind of exciting. And one of them is like, God damn it, Toei.
Yeah, I was saying like unless the production value goes like crazy up, I'm like, you know.
Mhm.
Like I'm like, and it's less about like it's also just the death of 50 episode shows that's been constantly happening that I'm like, oh, I don't like that. I want longer shows. It just so it's like and 25 is still a solid number, and you could I think that's like if you're gonna do a Toku, 25 is like the like a good number to start with, or just like if you have a limited budget, 25 is solid. I just think it's like, damn, it's like, just all the entertainment industry just doesn't like, we're losing our old ways, but
Attention
it's like,
spans do be
atten-
shrinking.
yeah,
I
and
don't
it's
think it's
like,
attention spans. Honestly, I think it's just production.
that too, yeah.
I think it's mostly down to people are like people who are in creative positions are like, God damn, there's so much shit to do with a 50 some odd episode thing. You
Yeah.
know? Like look at something like Saturday Night Live that has to go on for how long and still try to keep up and relevant. There's only so much you can do.
Yeah.
So
Yeah,
like
and I mean that show's never good, so
Yeah.
it was good at one point.
sure.
It has good moments, is the best way to put it.
It has had
Um
moments where it's flashed in the pan of pop culture. I'll give it that.
Yeah.
But tackling, even to say 50, it hasn't been 50 in a while. It's been upper 40s.
Well, that's, you know what I mean. It's like,
yeah, sure, but I'm being more like specific. For a while, it was 50 episodes. Then it went to 49. Then it went to 48. Then to 47. They've been edging back ever so slightly for years, and to just finally rip the Band-Aid off and go like, it's untenable to try and keep and maintain something like this for that long over that period of time. Like, how many horror stories have we heard over the years of productions in these year-long things where they have to completely change and reorganize stuff because something happens?
True.
Oh, we have to introduce the final form earlier because the main suit is too heavy and hurting our suit actor.
Okay, apparently that wasn't true. That was like that was like an exaggerated rumor. But like, I mean, the suit was still like heavy, but it's like that wasn't the reason the final form was introduced early.
But it was probably a lingering thought within the minds of production.
True. Yeah, true.
Or Hibiki.
Yeah, just the whole Hibiki like switch up. I mean,
Hibiki
granted, the show
and Blade.
Yeah, both had halfway turn ups.
The production woes we've had on 01 and Geets.
Well, Geets didn't really have a production woe. It's just like
it had writing.
It was a COVID show.
No, 01 was COVID.
01 was COVID. Geets' problem was because so much time, certain things got switched around and made the show. I'm talking about the reveal that like, oh, we wanted to introduce the evil form earlier in the season, but because of this, and this, we did.
I didn't know about that. I mean, that makes sense. That makes sense because like that's how it felt like in the show. But I didn't know that was an official thing. Okay.
Yeah, but like and I'm just talking about Kamen Rider because that's the thing I'm more knowledgeable about. There's probably hundreds of stories about the woes of Super Sentai.
Yeah, I mean, like Go Busters had like because of like ratings dip, they had to like switch like the theme song and all like direction of the show halfway through. For Shinkenger, even just a general production thing of like, oh, the main actors weren't getting paid enough back in Shinkenger, so.
Like, and that's also probably another thing Toei and Bandai are looking at.
Yeah.
That long of a show for an entire year makes it incredibly inflexible to pivot.
Yeah. And now they're finally getting a chance.
Because think about it. Season of Kamen Rider does bad, you are stuck with an entire year product that is on the shelf doing nothing.
But even like the Kamen Riders that aren't as popular still like do way better than the Sentais that aren't as popular.
That's what I'm saying is like that's why Kamen Rider's not going this way right now. Sentai is, but like you have a Sentai that's floundering.
Still the cash cow, isn't it?
Yeah.
And here's the thing: Toei is also working on other bigger projects. Dude, they're going back on production on One Piece.
Yeah, like the 25 episodes of One Piece every year now instead of 50.
Like, that is crazy. One Piece was the last continuous ongoing anime as far as I'm aware.
Yeah.
Other than some like family sitcom that never fucking gets mentioned in America.
Yeah, like a big international
like big international complete ongoing, because that was the way anime was for decades. Dragon Ball, Yu Yu Hakusho, Bleach, Naruto, Fairy Tail, and that's done. It's over because the production troubles are just not worth any financial gain that it causes.
It's like
I feel like I've just shat on something.
No, you didn't. You didn't. You're spitting. I just don't know how to respond.
You're just so fucking good at ranting that when you get going, we don't really have a way to respond except for like little jibes and jabs.
Yeah, it's like you're good at it. You're good at rambling.
We need another Boingo lecture. One about a topic people actually care about.
Hey, people care about Marvel Comics.
Yeah, but they didn't fucking watch that lecture, did they?
But I'm not gonna say whether it's a good idea one way or the other. It's just more like
it's just an interesting shakeup. I think is the And we'll see. We'll see how it plays out. I think December is when we're supposed to get like information on whatever's next.
I'm trying to think of any other thing that could be like, because like Metal Hero is super popular at its time too, and then it just stopped for what reason?
Kabutak bad.
No, was Kabutak bad? Oh, I heard
That's
Kabutak
what
was
everybody
Japan
always
loved it,
said when
though.
I was getting into it.
I mean, Kabutak's never been translated, so we can't confirm that.
I think it's just like I got into Toku when most of the voices in the fandom were like try hard 20-somethings. So it was
True.
probably a lot of people looking at those suits and going, "What?"
Yeah, no, Kabutak's charming from what I see.
Rating toy sales, yeah, maybe.
Yeah, I think it's just toys. I think it's just toy sales, and also like it. Okay, because I remember Kuga was in development in the late '90s, like, and I think they wanted to prioritize Kuga because it was like, oh, that's the last thing Ishinomori worked on, like even conceptually that we gotta like. That's at least that's just my brain. That's just my dumb brain. I don't think that's actually like what happened, but just like from what I understand, I could 100% buy. Oh, we want to honor like the guy who started this like Toku revolution with us. You know.
Yeah. It's I don't know, like just to like kind of cap off my thoughts on the Sentai rumors. It's interesting to have a moment with the Toku fandom again, where like I woke up and I had the foresight to actually read through my whole timeline first, and I think nobody else did because I saw about 10 different posts of people going, "Wait, Sentai's over?" Then like 5 minutes later, a reply to the post by the person going, "Oh, it's what? It's apparently not. It's a rebrand. What?" Like that whole morning was just hilarious.
Yeah, I mean, I woke up way later, so it was like I got the whole story, and I'm like, oh, okay.
And I will give it the same level of commitment I have given current Kamen Rider. If they actually get it simulcasted in the West, I'll give whatever the new thing is a shot. I'm not committing to watching the whole thing. I'm not committing to buying any fucking toys. I'm not even committing to talking about it on this podcast, but I'll give it a shot.
Yeah. Just like watching it casually, you know.
Yeah. By the way, I am enjoying Zets, even though it's like it's kind of like the Toku equivalent of fast food. Anyway, you guys want to talk about some actual fucking toys?
Oh
Yeah,
God,
we're talking about
another.
fucking toys.
Oh, dude.
No, that's another podcast that I don't do with you guys because I respect you too much.
Damn, you have an affair podcast?
I do. I really do. It's called fucking. I couldn't think of a name.
This is a terrible bit. Anyway,
So
what
London Comic Con happened a few weeks ago, and we were too busy with a bunch of other shit to talk about it. Can I just gloss over those things and get some reactions
Yeah,
from y'all?
talk
Yeah.
about the things that interest us the most.
Yeah, I've organized it by most to least interesting to you guys. So Marvel reveals first, I guess. They revealed a bunch of retro carded stuff. Actually, I think most of this is retro carded stuff. We're getting a re-release / variant of the astonishing Emma Frost. That's translucent, so it looks like she's using her powers.
Oh.
Not something I need, but cool to see.
It's a
However,
bit
going
jank,
right in,
but like I think just all clear toys look jank to me.
yeah, it's like for some characters I get it. Like there's kind of no other way to do Iceman, but I don't need an Emma that looks this way, you know? But going right into stuff that I do need, Hypno Hustler is happening.
Yeah. Oh, I wonder if he's getting a figure in part because there is a little bit more eyes on Spider-Man Reign, and he was a big character in Reign 1.
God, I would hope so. I would hope they have some kind of plan for him in media, but also, like, this could just be somebody went, I wanted to make a Hypno Hustler forever, so we're going all out. Because, like, there's a lot of bespoke pieces just for this figure, not just the head sculpt, but, like, that guitar pick hand is new. the guitar itself isn't like robbed off of another figure that they've done before. I think the torso is a new sculpt. I could be wrong about that. Um, but like it's a lot. It looks like a really solid figure. I'm excited for it actually. Um, and then a little something for Daredevil heads like myself. We're getting the owl.
Hell yeah.
He looks sick.
Yeah.
He's just
I
a
like.
man who can fly. No
Yep.
reason given. He can just fly.
And he's got discount store Wolverine claws. But something that will certainly make Boingo pop as it did me. Uncanny Spider-Man.
Hell yeah, bud.
Oh, that's that's Nightcrawler. Yay!
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's when
That's
he was
the-
running away from his problems.
It's kind of a tragic thing to make a toy, but it's superheroes,
Yeah,
whatever.
it's a
Well,
really
here-
good comic. You should read it, Buster.
Yeah,
I probably
well,
should.
you also should just read it in the context of all of Krakoa because that's kind of important.
Yeah.
hmm
Is there any
Is-
recap shit like that in the beginning of the trade or something? Probably. Yeah.
I don't know. I haven't read the trade.
Yeah, but Cy Spurrier did a great job with it because it's very much he's running away from his problems by being a good man, and by being a good man, he keeps running into his problems and goes like, "Fuck! I actually have to confront my mother who abandoned me. All right, cool. Fuck me, I guess."
Yeah.
Yeah. But no, it looks solid. It's not something that like I would buy right away, but if it goes on sale, it'd be hard to say no to, you know? And then lastly for Legends, Spider Venom.
Hell yeah! The recent version of Spider-Man in the black suit, not the classic one.
I
That's a
saw a
pretty
lot of
sick one.
classic heads being really baffled by this. Like, how is this any different from the regular black costume? Why does he have chains? And I'm like, maybe read a fucking comic, dude.
Maybe get
It-
comics.
For people who do not know, this was during Venom War when Eddie Brock and his son were having a pissing contest about King and Black and Venom shit. Because, like, I say pissing contest to be derisive in a comedic tone, but it was a good story. I liked it. The Venom symbiote was off to the side, unsure of what to do. And he basically regressed a little bit, like tiny bit, by just going into Peter's closet, and Peter finds the symbiote and goes like, "What the fuck?" And the symbiote just starts bawling, going like, "I don't know what to do. I care about these guys. I feel like a waste, and I want to be a good guy, and you're the reason at the core that I was actually able to be something more than just something mindless, because being on you actually made me feel good." And Peter looks at this wretch and finally just said, like, "You know what? Yeah, I'm sorry we got off on the bad foot, and we're never gonna actually be a unit permanently. But yo, I get what you're feeling. Fucking let's go do this." They teamed up to go do shit.
So it's like the Venom symbiote's equivalent of going to your ex's house when you're having a fight with your current partner.
But also, like, it's healthy, and it just shows how both the characters have kind of grown and gotten better over gotten over some of their shit in the intervening years, you know.
Fair enough. But yeah, that along with two other figures we had already seen is going to be the next Spider-Man retro carded wave, which is already up for pre-order now, I believe. So I'm probably gonna get Hypno Hustler when those come out. The rest of them are ones I would like to get, but I don't know when that's gonna happen. And then probably my favorite thing I saw from the show is, well, I said during Comic-Con if it happened I would be buying the entire line. And they're making a Korra.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I saw. They got me too.
They fucking got us, dude. And I like
They
that
got
in the
you.
Instagram post the designer made, he even said like the number one question we got at San Diego was, "Are you guys doing a Korra?"
Yeah,
the people
yeah, they
know.
are.
The people know.
I mean, she's the best character in fucking Legacy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. She's the final manic pixie dream girl in popular culture.
Not the fine. I think she. It's okay. Because I think it was like coming out the same time as Scott Pilgrim the movie, so it's
Yeah,
like
but there's no
Mhm.
manic pixie dream girl in Scott Pilgrim.
true. But you know what I mean. You know what I mean. You know, like the public perception of
Mhm.
that. I'm talking like public perception, not like the
Yeah,
actual character.
well, the public is idiots sometimes.
True, but sometimes we gotta dumb it down for their stupid brains.
Yeah.
Here's the panels I was talking about from Venom War, because it's just some good fucking shit.
Oh,
Alligator
I
knows his
love
shit.
just the
The Venom
Venom face on the
chair!
chair is so good.
The Venom chair, bro. Why did they put that in the movie? The Venom chair.
The posing on Pete's not terrible either, honestly. Like
No,
he
but it's
looks a
basically
little
Pete.
too JoJo, but not terrible. You
Jojo,
know?
what that guy's. Oh my god.
Something about the
But
way his hair is hitting JoJo for me.
yeah,
That's
I mean, I
that's
think
a
he's
typical comic book like white man hair.
yeah.
That's like more of a Bruce Banner thing. I don't know.
But yeah,
I
it's just
think-
it's just a symbiote going like, I don't know what to do. Bullshit, and Peter going like, hey, you've actually done a lot of growing. You've become a hero. So what do heroes do? With great power comes great responsibility. And Venom's like, yeah, great power, let's do it.
I might have to check these comics out, dude. These look really cool.
All right, I'm not sure how much you guys are going to care about the next thing, so I'll go through them real fast. They revealed what the other timelines release for this next year for Transformers is going to be, in keeping with the feudal Japan themed Optimus and Starscream. The Bumblebee and Megatron turn into a flying squirrel and a fucking wild boar, respectively.
That boar looks
God
really
damn.
sick.
It's
Yeah.
a good war.
I
The minute that got revealed, I immediately had to show Leshy.
Yeah. Of course.
It's funny how like both of these sets of 2-packs have given me the same feeling of like, I mean these all look okay, but like if you just released the Megatron on its own, I would be all over that.
You know the interesting thing about these new things, it feels like Hasbro doing their own third-party content.
A little bit, yeah.
I'm not talking like contemporary third-party where it's his own very specific, like it's doing a certain thing. I'm talking like 2015, 2016 third-party.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Where it's like, let's try something wildly different just to see if it'll sell, if it still looks like Optimus and Megatron.
Yeah.
I was gonna do Black Series, but I just looked over those again and I'm like, wow, even I don't have much to say about these except I kinda like them. I kind of like them, but like I'm not like hype about them, you know.
Yeah, it's like
Yeah.
there's no reason to bring them up.
And then Classified revealed stuff that's exciting if you're into that line. But like the biggest thing I would say is just that they name only revealed that they're going to be doing Ninja Force Zartan sometime in the next year.
I have no idea who that is, but that sounds awesome.
That is exciting because it's basically a figure that was brought back to popularity in the last few years because Pixel Dan found out about it and got really into it and the whole Ninja Force subline and like made it popular and a sought after figure again.
So toy memes.
Yeah, kind of. Like this is Ninja Force Zartan.
Oh, that looks ass.
Yeah, this is 90s G.I. Joe where they were just throwing everything colorful and wacky at the wall. Like this is around the same time as Eco Warriors. They were just doing whatever to try and keep it afloat in the face
like
of
a ninja. It
Mhm.
doesn't look like it looks more like a Double Dragon reject from the movie. Oh
Just
my
I mean,
doing
for a
whatever
lot
they
of people in the
could.
90s, that was a ninja.
Yeah, I guess.
Just wacky colors and everything to try and keep the line alive. But Pixel Dan is a 90s kid who's made reviewing 90s toys his whole online career. So as soon as he found out about that, he was like, oh, I have an in for G.I. Joe now. I have a G.I. Joe thing I like. And the fact that actual G.I. Joe fans don't like this stuff makes me like it even more. So there was like a good solid years where he just brought up Ninja Force Zartan in every video to like get a rise out of people. And it worked because that went from being like a $15 figure to an $80 figure, depending on where you go.
I mean, also like inflation's happening. So.
Yeah, but not like that fast. This is like
Yeah,
in the
I know,
span of
I
a
know,
couple
I
of
know,
years,
I
dude.
know, I know. I know. I'm just being facetious.
And then one other bit of like actual toy news I wanted to mention actually comes out of TFCon Chicago, which happened last weekend, which is that Eric Siebenahler, who was a designer on Transformers from Armada until I think Dark of the Moon is when he left, um, uh, has rejoined the Transformers Generations team and is actually working directly with Mark Mahar. But it will be exciting for you, Buster, because on the toy side of things, this was the lead guy for animated.
All right, yeah. So are we just gonna
So
get what? Do we know what he's like exactly? Is he just like is he gonna push towards?
So he's working on Generations and he's working with Mark Mahar. They tend to work on the like main generation stuff, not studio series. So I'm thinking we might see more animated figures in the next couple of years, as well as maybe homages to Cybertron and Revenge of the Fallen, because those were also lines he had heavy involvement with.
All right. I mean, like until I see the toys or the listings, I'm like I'm not getting like my hopes up
Yeah.
too hard. So
It's also just excited from like a corporate perspective because like Hasbro almost never rehires people after they leave the fold. Like they might bring them in to consult on a thing or two, but the way Stephen Naylor made it sound at the show, it's like, no, he's back on the team full time.
yeah, well that's fun to hear. Like people can come back. I don't know what. Just
People can come back.
I don't know. I'm just. Maybe I did hear about that. Hopefully, good toys are made. I know the Ratchet's coming. I just waiting
Yeah.
for it.
I know people are like getting really excited about this, thinking we might get like some crazy fresh designs or something like that. I would just say temper those expectations because I think at best it's just gonna be like, yeah, here's animated toys that are as good as they should have been on the first go around, which is funny to say because animated was already a pretty dang good toy line the first go around.
Yeah, well, that's because they had the time. They had the extra juice.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and they I don't know. Because anime was like the first time like Hasbro did the like well at first I think the only other time they did it was Prime where it's like oh we're gonna do a TV show first then a toy line or like and that really like lend itself to better designs and toys I feel.
Yeah, but that is the toy news. Do we want to talk about something else, or should we go into the thing?
Let's talk about something else, but we need a buffer between Transformers talks.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah.
So, what do you guys want to talk about? Oh, that felt gross.
Ugh. Take a break to
Yeah.
vomit. Uh, Boingo, anything happening in your neck of the woods while I think of something?
I don't know.
Did
Shit
All
be
you
right.
work
happening.
yesterday? Have you been getting
No,
them jobs, boy?
no. But I did. Okay, so um, the way my job works is there's a work list. It's A, B, C, and D. They'll go through A first, then the B, then the C, then the D to figure out who needs to go to what jobs. I'm currently on D list. So I was like, oh, I want to get up on the higher list so I can get more jobs. So I sent an email to the business agent to say, like, hey, I've worked this way. I'm pretty good. Kind of get up on the higher on the list. I got a response saying, you can be higher on the list, but we actually needed to be a written letter sent in with your signature. And I'm like, okay, I can be on the list as soon as I get that sent out. So I'm going to try and get that sent out this week. So more jobs, more money.
Yeah. I finally found the topics I wanted to talk about.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So it was last month was October. Ooh, and I kind of feel bad because last year I did the Beetlejuice duology, and that was a fun time, even if I didn't like the latter half of that experience. But I didn't really watch any horror movies on Halloween like I wanted to this year, which is a shame. Like, but
Could have been worse.
yeah. I mean, I did get to watch horror movies this year. Like, trying to look, we're at Young Frankenstein. Uh, I watched a really bad one called Slaughterhouse. That was just like it's not even the concept is bad. I think the concept could be some fun, schlocky fun. It just didn't really use it to like any like fan. It just they thought of the name and then they didn't think of anything else.
Is that related to the Slaughterhouse video game?
No, Slaughterhouse, like sloth.
Oh, Sloth.
I know my accent and voice doesn't make it sound. That was really the last, like besides the Scooby Doo stuff, which we talked about last week. That was the last horror thing I watched. Like, I guess because I rewatched Kamen Rider Zero with the commentary track. That's not really horror. There's spooky elements in that movie, but it's not really. And I guess I watched. Is Freaked? No, Freaked is just more like funny. Like, I mean, there is like gross shit in it, but it's still like not really. I wouldn't really count it as a Halloween movie. I just really wanted to show my friend Freaked because it's one of my favorite comedy movies. I guess Chainsaw Man though. I saw the Rize movie. That was really good adaptation of that story. So, um, and yeah, that's. I mean, I surprisingly like I watched like Toward the Pharmacy, which was this like comedy special on HBO that like was like a parody of like sports mockumentary. It was like a very nice mockumentary. Then I already talked about watching the Tron duology. I'm not watching Ares. I decided I don't have no interest. I have negative interest in Ares. I'm not putting that on my list. Uh, I finally continued the Evangelion rebuilds with like 2.0, but like I thought that was just okay. I was surprisingly disappointed. I thought I would be more into the rebuilds. Maybe 3.0. I heard 3.0 is when it like that's when you really decide your opinion on that stuff. But like early on, the rebuilds like they have some interesting ideas, but it's not really like hitting me like the same way the TV show did. I don't know.
The topic is that you watched things.
Yeah, I've watched things. I've already made a lot of videos and stuff. I've watched like freaking Zohan and Borat. Go watch that video. It has a really funny thumbnail.
I watched Us and The Conjuring.
Ooh,
with V-Pals.
how was Us? Because I
Us
think you
is
talked about
good.
Us. Yeah,
Us
I've
is
been
pretty
meaning to
good.
watch more of Jordan Peele's horror shenanigans.
And The Conjuring was kind of schlock.
Yeah, it sounds like all the Conjurings sound like schlock. I'm gonna be real. Like none of them like really tickle my fancy. Like in terms of conceptually.
Yeah.
I don't know. Horror's fun. It's just dang, I forgot to. I missed out on
horrors
weapons.
are fun.
Yeah, the horrors are fun. I missed out on the weapons. Dang it! I should have watched Weapons.
Simeon, did you get the joke I just made?
I did. It's good.
Thank you.
I too enjoy paying people for sex.
Oh! I thought you said the horrors of what? I said the horrors of reality. My God, I hate my voice sometimes. I just hate like the way I slur my words.
I mean, it's fine as long as everybody understands you in the end. You just got to work through it.
Yeah. But just like as my job involves talking a lot, so it's like slurring my words is not a very good thing to have.
Well, and the thing you need to remember is the podcast is inherently a safe space. We're not here to make fun of you for talking that way. We're here to have fun with you for talking that way.
True, yeah.
Unless you say the one secret word that we're all going to destroy you over if you ever say it.
Yeah,
White
don't
man?
say the C. Never say the C word on the podcast.
I said secret.
Secret word.
The secret word is a C word. You can't say cucumber. We've established this. Goddamn.
Oh,
Now I'm just remembering that one video of a
Shadow
Jamaican guy saying cucumber in a fun way and making it a song.
Anyway, I forgot. I've been getting into. I've talked about this occasionally, but I've been rewatching some, or just me and my friends have been getting more into it. Peely, the Taiwanese puppet show. I've been watching episodes of that. Oh boy, I want to talk a bit about it because I don't think I'll have any other chance to talk about it for a while. So first off, That show is dense. Like, I'm not even talking about Thunderbolt Fantasy, which is like the Japanese adaptation of it, written by Gen Urobuchi. I'm talking about like the original source material. We're watching episodes of it. There's like a billion characters, man. It is like near incomprehensible, but it's so fun to watch. It like the artistry of the puppets. They're so fun, and it's like there's like the subtitling is kind of horrible, but it's such a funny dialogue. Like a lot of the time, it's like because there's not really like a beginning to Peely. Like they just kind of throw you into the at hell that is this world, and it's like it's very much a vibes thing. I love the vibes. There's also a guy who's literally the corn man.
Now I'm just imagining his theme is like the banana song from Tally Hall.
I'm gonna be honest. When you said Peely for a second there, I thought you were talking about the Fortnite character.
I'm not just like no Peely. This guy, the puppets.
That looks like a fake character from one of those goddamn stop motion Christian shows from the 70s.
No, these are actually like Taiwanese puppet like.
No, I am making an observation of its aesthetics. I'm not saying it isn't from that. I'm saying it looks like a fucking puppet from a mid-70s Christian stop motion show.
I guess, yeah. But no, they're like one-handed puppets from what I understand. Like, and the other hand is used to do the hands. And there's like these crazy action scenes, and it's like it's awesome. Like it sucks because it's like the really only accessible version of it is Thunderbolt Fantasy. And I know you guys aren't the biggest Gen Urobuchi guys, so it's like that would be a terrible recommendation.
I have often wanted to check out Thunderbolt Fantasy, but this is the first time I've ever heard it's an adaptation of something else.
Yeah, because it's like because they use the Taiwanese like puppet people to like animate the show, or for lack of a better word. So, I mean, like it's the most accessible, but I know like people who don't like Gen Urobuchi's quirks might get a
well, the butch
might get rightfully indignant.
Yeah, just not really like it. I've heard it's all right for like one of his better works. Oh my god!
What the hell?
Digimon?
I just thought this was funny.
It is funny, but I didn't expect Boingo to be. Can we credit the artist so people know?
New designs? Angelwomon is an OG.
That's the joke. It's the guy not knowing Digimon saying like, "Oh wow, Digimon! All these new Digimon are weird," and it's like, no, these Digimon have been a part of the franchise for a long time. It's making fun of them.
How could you fucking make this and not include Fairymon? Like, come on.
I always forget how high those garters go.
All right, fine. Are we ready to talk about the binder?
Yeah.
I don't think binder's gonna hold those cities back from any of them.
True, but the other binder.
So this is gonna be maybe one of the nerdiest things we've ever talked about on this podcast.
That's saying a lot.
Yeah, because God, have I ever even said the words aligned continuity on here before?
I think I might have. Like, as just like, oh.
So, in the 2010s, there was a term that was often floated around by Hasbro for the Transformers franchise that was the aligned continuity. And the concept was that from a certain point, every new piece of Transformers media would largely be in the same continuity. Not in a literal, like every story is supposed to lead into the next MCU sort of way, but in a like, if you are just taking the kind of beats of the story, it would all line up in a sense that it would feel like this could all have happened in the same world. Like, not G1 to Unicron trilogy, but like literally what happened with Unicron trilogy one into the other, or even Bay films one into the other. And I know there's a lot of weird continuity things with the Bay films, but I'm just saying, like, tonally, those all feel the same. And they largely just did this with the video games and the animated shows. They tried to get IDW to reboot their comics to line up with the continuity, but IDW actually had a backbone back then, so they literally said like, no, we've been developing our own continuity for literally the entire time we've had the license. Why would we abandon that? And then you cut to a few years later. But anyway, um, so in the middle of kind of doing that, Aaron Archer, in kind of like his twilight years at the company, got together with Rick Alvarez, who was a head creative force on Transformers Prime and a couple other things, and Jim Sorensen, who has long been a like fandom historian that people know of, all got together and made an internal universe story Bible for Transformers called the Binder of Revelation, which was literally just like this massive PDF. I think there might have been a couple physical copies, but I don't know for sure. Um, but it was just like this huge fucking document that we only ever heard about because they would send it to studios that were interested in working on the license, or that Hasbro was interested in getting to work on the license, as like a look here, this is everything there is to the Transformers story. These are all these like possibilities for telling larger stories within these huge spaces we've carved out for you. What do you think you could do? You can pull from one or any number of elements in here to come up with your own Transformers story. And so a lot of the stuff in here is stuff we've seen before, either from one incarnation of Transformers or another, but there's also a lot of like tiny little tidbits that was only ever in this binder. And for that reason, it has been sought after for a long time by fans. And just recently at TFCon Chicago, some motherfucker was going around the convention with just copies on USB sticks, handing them out like candy. And so it ended up on archive.com the other day. And I spent literally half of today reading through the whole fucking thing, and it is fascinating. Um, Buster, did you get time to actually look at this, or should I just start throwing stuff out there?
I did not get time to look at this. I just sent the link to him. I'd say to be careful of some of these images because cease and desist, but I guess if it's out there, it's out there. So
Yeah, I mean, like, it's like this is something they sent to people, so I'm sure they knew was going to get out there eventually. It's not like Micronauts where they're actively trying to hide it.
yeah, true. But still, like,
Um,
just a warning. I'm sorry. If I'm muted, I'm still listening. I'm just eating and getting some chicken. So
oh no, that's totally fair. But like, uh, I would say it's something Boingo might want to check out on his own because it does reference and collate a lot of like the lore we bonded on over on Transformers, like before the podcast even began, when we were talking about like how cool Exodus is, and nobody fucking appreciates that novel but us.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, and there is just like a huge section up front where I think it's called the epochs, there's a couple terms in here I had to look up that I'd never seen before, but are apparently just like storytelling terms that don't get into the common vernacular very much. Um, but they just like have all these big eras of the history of Transformers, and then like a couple ones to depict the era that most people talk about and tell stories about, the Cybertronian Civil War. And then they go into a bunch of like outlining the story of the Bay films because they wanted to like make it clear that like yes, those big budget Hollywood blockbusters that you are probably the only Transformers thing you've seen if you're reading this person who's going to work on our property, though you can pull directly from those because they're part of the greater canon. But it does get weird because as they go further and further into the story of the movies, they get more and more specific in detail, probably because this was written like right around the time Age of Extinction was coming out. But then after they finish summarizing Age of Extinction, they just go right into like, and after the time of the story of the movies, here's this crazy fucking cosmic odyssey story that the Autobots go through to end the conflict between Primus and Unicron and bring about essentially a whole new universe, which is another thing right at the beginning of this that I don't think has ever been in Transformers lore explicitly. Apparently, a common legend among Cybertronians in the Aligned continuity was supposed to be that Unicron and Primus were possibly the sole survivors of a previous universe, a la Galactus.
So wait, are you saying that the Aligned continuity is basically, hey, the movie stuff happened, and then some crazy shit happened, and that made our universe?
No, like the crazy shit that happens comes after the movies, and that doesn't make a new universe. Like this ends with them saying, and then there's a new universe, and we don't know exactly what happens after that, but you could come up with that if you want to.
Okay.
Uh, the Aligned continuity
Isn't that
history.
what happened in? Isn't that what happened in IDW? Kinda.
Kind of. IDW is more like Unicron shows up, fucks everything up, and then the Cybertronians and a couple of other alien species end up just living on Earth. This new universe concept is like all forms of life kind of meld together into one combined species, and they go out to like chart out the new universe and deliver the gospel to other forms of life that have started appearing. It's weird.
Yeah, that I don't like that thematically. I think that there's a lot of issues.
It was clearly trying to draw from the idea of, because there's two like classic quotes that are repeated throughout this document. One is Optimus is freedom is the right of all sentient beings. Like there's a character profile for Optimus in here where they go really heavy into like, no, he believes in like individual freedom and individuality to an insane extent. Like if Optimus were a politician today, because this was written in 2014, 2015, he would be a libertarian.
Oh my god. Oh.
Yeah.
But the other one is till all are one. Like trying to explain why that is a common saying amongst Cybertronians is like, oh, Primus's original goal was to get rid of Unicron so that he could bring all life in the universe together in harmony instead of the chaos that Unicron was trying to create. Which another thing I really like about this is it's the only time I think has ever actually said what Unicron being the chaos bringer actually means, which is he wants to create a universe where matter can never stay in the same state for more than an instant. Like there is no life because you literally are born and die in the same breath over and over again. And I'm like, okay, that's horrifying on a cosmic scale. I can get behind that.
Yeah. I know, I'm still hung up on the like omni person thing that like ends this quote unquote aligned continuity, because that's oh boy, that's a scary concept.
I see it less of like, oh, we're fused with Transformers, and more of like, we're just all one people, like the Federation.
Yeah, but it's still like the way Simeon described it, I don't think that's what they're going for.
It also gives me echoes of like to take it in a positive direction. It gives me echoes of like idea of like, well, the only way to solve racism is for us to all just keep fucking each other until our races get all mixed together.
I don't know.
There's also the element of they're probably trying to draw back to the fact that the various blank masters of the old 80s stuff were oftentimes organic beings.
Yeah.
There is a huge glossary in the back of this where they go over like all the terms and all the various subspecies of Transformers and what they mean and what they can do and where they came from. And also just every human character that's ever been in the franchise and all the locations and little bits of like media that have existed in universe. Like they give a little synopsis for As the Kitchen Sinks, which was a one-off gag in a G1 episode about like, aren't soap operas silly?
That's wild.
But I do really like a lot of the like tiny bits of lore that get dropped in this. Like there's one bit where they talk about like the Quintesson occupation of Cybertron, and like because of it and all the like experimenting on Cybertronian life that the Quintessons did, that's why Cybertronian modes have cockpits and driver seats. It's vestigial. It's leftover from when they were slaves.
Oh, I don't like. Is it?
I think that's a cool like
That's
little
Transformers,
biology
buddy.
lore thing.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Just like this screams to me like giving meaning to just the most minute details. That's like
I mean, that's literally what it was made to be.
true.
Yeah.
Like,
It was made to be. I don't think this was made to be like serious. Oh, you have to follow it. It's made to be for the
if you want to
random
put an
fucking
explanation
executive that
for
goes,
the thing,
"Wait a second, they're aliens and they are. Why do they have seats?" To be like, well, actually, here's why they have seats. It's there to give an explanation for people who ask dumb questions.
well, and I think it's also it's written by a bunch of guys who have been following or working on this franchise for decades at this point, and they've had a lot of time to think about this shit, and they're like, well, if we're gonna make the ultimate version of it, we should try and explain as much as we can. Like one of my favorite little details is there's a whole section outlining various locations on Cybertron, and I'm sure this has probably been in Suffing before, but I'd never heard it before. The Unicron ejection site, because part of the creation myth of this is at one point when Cybertron was created, it was a way of trapping Unicron, and then he escaped. And that's why Cybertron has a huge fucking chunk of it missing whenever you look at it. Unicron used to be there, and then he got away.
Damn.
Mm-hmm. Something I think you might be into, though, Buster, is there is a whole little graph explaining what the measurements of time that they're constantly saying in animated mean in terms of Earth time.
Nanolinks, like yeah, makes sense. Yeah, well, that makes sense to like have it defined. Like
Yeah. There's also just like a bunch of really interesting character art I'd never seen before in here. Like this very generic looking Optimus.
I mean, if you're
Whatever.
gonna have a blank ass Optimus to just get people to the vibe of Optimus, having it be a little bit G1 and a little bit movieverse makes sense.
Yeah. But it's also funny because like some characters they'll do that for, some characters they'll just plug in stock art, and then occasionally there will be characters like Bumblebee where they do both.
You have the G1 and new art.
Yeah.
Well, I think that makes sense because there's classic Bumblebee, which has a very specific vibe, and contemporary Bumblebee, which has a very specific vibe.
I don't
They're
know
going
how
like,
I
hey,
feel
this
about
is
that.
one of our major characters. He has a couple different vibes you can go with.
I will say
like
the character profile in here though is very specifically modern Bumblebee, which is the other weird thing. Like again, this is trying to be like a big monomyth continuity thing of like this is the ideal version of Transformers, but then it's just like, oh, here's the movies verbatim. And also like even though there's no way that like post-war Cybertron could exist, here's just Windblade's character profile verbatim from IDW.
I guess they're
Yeah,
just
but
like
Windblade's popular and people in business execs might want to use her.
yeah, especially because this was
Well,
like
and she
around the
had
time.
just been created, and they were probably trying to push her at the time.
Yeah, I was just
Yeah.
about to mention Cyberverse, where she's like a main character.
And Cyberverse is actually my favorite version of her. But there is some like fun stuff of them trying to adapt characters to work in this continuity because part of like the whole post movie timeline stuff is that Optimus essentially goes off and becomes a god. He never actually dies. He ascends to the level of 13th Prime because this is where that whole like monomyth thing came from. So what do you do with Rodimus? And also, where are the Beast Wars characters in all of this? The Beast Wars characters are just freaks and mutants they find while they're traveling through space. And Rodimus is just the Bumblebee of the Wreckers, and I kind of love that for him.
I can see that. I can understand the vibe.
Yeah, I mean, like the Beast Wars thing. I don't know. Beast Wars is already like a weird part. They've tried the Rise of the Beast tried to incorporate like both basic and Beast eras into like one. So I guess it's always been on the table for that stuff.
Well, I mean,
Like
here's the thing, Beast
even
Wars
animated did it.
was part of G1.
Yeah, but it's like it's a whole thing.
It's not a whole thing. It's part of G1.
It is. I'm just saying, like, in terms of like the more like the post series interpretations of post like the original series interpretations of the Beast Wars characters.
I will say, just to like go over a couple more character profiles before I get to the last two I really want to talk about. These ones that have original art for them, I really dig all these designs because they're kind of like just let's take the G1 and add another element to it and run it through a movie filter, and it doesn't look half bad. Where like this Megatron is just G1 Megatron with a tank turret and fucking beetle wings, and he looks terrifying. Or
I like how you can't see his face.
Yeah, they did that animated, right? For like a bit.
For like his first episode or so.
Yeah.
But Prowl is just animated Prowl's head on G1 Prowl's body, and it works weirdly well.
Hold on.
Yeah, I think I saw the Galvatron. Like someone posted the Galvatron from this, and it's like that. I actually like that Galvatron. That's a cool looking Galvatron. Actually, no, I think it was Megatronus, and I called it that looked like Galvatron. That's what I said.
And I like how Ratchet is G1 Ratchet's body with movie Ratchet's colors, and he's got the toy like plastic screen in front of his face.
That's funny. That's a funny combination.
It makes him look less like a medic and more like a bomb squad unit.
Yeah,
I could see that.
I also like. I also think the color palette kind of overlaps with Bulkhead. Is Bulkhead in this? Or?
Bulkhead is in this. His design is unremarkable in that it just looks like animated by way of the movies.
Okay.
I did not.
Oh, so he got a brand new design?
He did.
Well, I mean, he got like he got a book design.
He got a book design.
A binder design.
I had something I was gonna say, but I lost it when you brought up Bulkhead. Oh well. Just a little fandom thing because I don't think I've ever gone on record about this. They gave Rumble the correct color. I'm just gonna say it. Very nice to see.
Weird that like Rumble is like because I'm seeing there's a tier system to this. It's like A tier, S tier, like
they do explain that. They say like here's the most A tier is the most important characters who we want to see in every story, and then anything below that is like. I think B and C are supporting tier, and then anything below that are here's just funny little guys you can throw in if you like them.
Yeah, but I find it weird how like Rumble has a higher priority than Waspinator. Because Waspinator,
he's been there from the beginning, and he's a great random goon to have.
Yeah,
he's also like attached at the hip to Soundwave.
Oh yeah, I forgot he's a Soundwave guy.
And Soundwave is very much an A character, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
And that is the other thing I wanted to say. I just remembered. I didn't screen cap it, but there are a couple designs I don't like, and specifically I'll mention Soundwave, where his design is just, what if animated Soundwave had a bunch of radar dishes stuck onto him, and it doesn't look good.
Let's look at it.
I didn't screen cap it.
Oh, okay, never mind. Okay, what are the two important big boy revelations from this binder?
So the one thing was Rumble. I was just being silly about him. The big thing is this version of Starscream goes really hard in my opinion. This is only like he got 2 pages, so this is only like his second page. But like the entire idea behind Starscream and the Align continuity was supposed to be he only joined the Decepticons because he saw it as he didn't have a choice because the base the Seekers operated out of was like right next to Kaon, and it was either that or be the first person to get conquered by Megatron. And he did it thinking like, oh, I'll be like a double agent. I'll start feeding information to the Autobots. And like after a couple of weeks of that, he started seeing Megatron commit war crimes up close, and he was like, holy shit, this dude's a monster. I have to stop him. I have to like usurp him so that I can stop this as fast as possible. So he started working up his way up the ranks purposefully to do that. And by the time he got to second command, he gets so consumed with the lust for power that it just corrupts him. And I'm like, that's a really fun concept for Starscream. Why has nobody actually ever done that?
Here's the thing that also fucking works with like the Unicron Starscream too.
Mm-hmm.
In a way, you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like the noble samurai.
Yeah, kinda.
I was
Like
gonna say
you can see how like they take some of that and the classic Starscream and put them together to go like, no, noble intentions, honorable guy getting corrupted to become a sniveling asshole.
yeah.
Mhm.
And also, like, it kind of like reminds me of this thing I've been constantly repeating to myself: if you do something ironically for too long, it becomes unironic. So, yeah, it's very interesting. I have like just an interesting character thing. I do like the origin part did kind of remind me of like Skybound and was it TF1, where it's like
Yeah. I wonder if
Well,
that
TF1
led
pulls
to.
heavily from Align continuity lore.
oh
I
yeah,
do
man,
wonder
it was like,
if
it's like the
when.
last gasp of that. It's the last gasp
Yeah.
of that.
I do wonder if when Kirkman got the Hasbro license that he got this and was like, oh, we can do something with Starscream there.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe.
And with Daniel Warren Johnson, because the way I see it is like Kirkman is like overseeing all of it, and
now he's
just kinda
writing the
going,
book.
like, he's writing the book now, but like when Daniel Warren Johnson was writing the book, I have a feeling that he was like acting as like not editorially, but like showrunnery.
I think it's also like it's very clear that he's a fan who has wanted to see his own ideas done for years, with just how much goofy season 3 bullshit is in Void Rivals.
Yeah.
But no, I really enjoy getting to see all that stuff as like I don't do this for any other franchise. I said this on Bluesky. There's no other franchise that like you say, hey, you want to read about some deep lore? That I'm like, yeah, let's go. But something about Transformers, man, I'm always there to learn more about the fucking Align continuity and who the 13 Primes were and all that bullshit. Like I could have done, and hey, maybe one day I will do a fucking modular lecture on the aligned continuity. But that was just like the immediate thoughts I had to tell someone.
Well,
Hey,
like, hey,
with
you have the research.
Cody's situation improving and
Mhm.
being closer to Carolina, there's always the opportunity.
Yeah,
Also, just like, hey, you have the research material now to like go full hog with the aligned lecture if you so choose.
I really could.
You really
I'm sorry.
could.
I'm sorry to keep tempting you to be like, hey, you good? It's like,
Good.
good.
Hey, buddy. You
Hey.
could.
I certainly could.
You could and you should.
Also, like this is just a great primer for Talking Evangelist next week.
Oh yeah, that's happening.
Have we said
your-
that on the podcast? Evangelist is coming back next week. Everybody get excited.
Yeah, yay!
Yeah.
I think the episode was pretty successful, if I remember correctly.
It was, yeah. It was. I've been wanting to. I feel like I left that episode early, so I've been like wanting to like get the full talk with him again.
Mhm.
So
Yeah. Some
leave your questions at
things just happen.
whatever Simeon's email is. I forgot what his email is. Don't say your email. I don't want you to get like just in case. Okay,
It's
I did-
LindseyGraham@gmail.com.
okay, there's a funny story I need to tell relating to movies. Cause okay, I think I might have told this story like off mic, but I don't know if I told it on mic. So it's
Okay.
the Don't Trip story. Have I told this story?
Oh.
I don't recall just by
Okay.
hearing that.
Okay. So one of my friends got an email. They don't know how this person got their email. Apparently, this person's been sending a lot of emails to Letterboxd users, and they sent her a screener for his independent film. And that movie's called Don't Trip. It's apparently on Tubi sooner than later. I don't know Watch it if you want. It's not very good. It's not a very good movie. And halfway through the movie, we realized he botted reviews for the movie to get more people to notice it, and we were like the first people to genuinely watch it.
Oof.
And we all didn't like it. We all thought it was pretty mediocre. We still don't know how he got the email because I don't think you can actually put the emails publicly on Letterboxd. We did a whole like thing to see. Is like, is the email public? It's like, no, it's not. Like her email was not public. What was going on there? And apparently he's been doing this with a lot of users. Not we were just the first one to like take his offer. I don't know. That movie was not very good. I'm sorry. It was like I know it's like indie films are hard to make, but it's like that was not a very good film. I'm sorry. This one,
You can say things are ass, bud.
Yeah, it's not good. It's not good. It was one of my least favorite films this year. The only thing that's below it are the freaking War of the Worlds movie, and there's another one.
I like
Electric
that one
State.
of the first results is a fucking Instagram meme of a Variety article. Spielberg heaps praise on Don't Trip. Make my films look like absolute fucking dog shit.
Oh, that's this is good. This is too much, man.
You are going to krill yourself.
Exactly. Because okay, I need to talk about this because like I've been getting more into TikTok. The freaking weird fake phone, like using this kind of TikTok marketing is kind of getting on my nerves, man. Like, I like TikTok. I think there's a lot of cool shit on TikTok. Like, there's so many cool fun edits and like jokes. But the marketing stuff is just when people try to market themselves, it just like I get you have to be a little cringe to put yourself out there. But some of the stuff that people do, it's like, that's a bit much. I don't know. It just doesn't click with me. I don't know. I'm sorry.
I mean, there's just a lot of like bands who market themselves as like, "Do you like this vibe? Come listen to." And this is like,
yeah, like
post your music, bud.
Yeah, just post your music with some cool like visuals, and
Post
it's
your
like,
music with a joke. That's what Cheem does.
yeah, Cheem, yeah, like the Cheem. Yeah, did I introduce you to Cheem or was it the other
No,
way
I
around?
introduced you to Cheem.
Oh no, my friend introduced me to Cheem.
And I did it several months before that motherfucker. I know
Okay.
exactly the timeline because I remember that fucking edit.
Okay, so that was your okay. Oh, you did. Oh my god, this is like that.
I did it when Wake the Fuck Up first dropped 2 weeks after.
Oh, I don't think I listened to.
I have no idea what this conversation is about.
We're talking about social media, man.
Okay.
We're just
Also,
talking about-
music. Cheem is a band.
Yeah, they're really good.
And I'm just being overly jokingly salty.
Yeah.
I did know a guy named Cheem once.
That shouldn't be a name.
Isn't that... He was a brown-nosing piece of shit motherfucker too. So like.
Oh. Yeah, but for anyone, anyway, yeah. This is the music video Boingo tried to introduce me to, but someone else did. I feel really bad actually.
Oh, here's your friend showing you cool music from their own music video. Nah, let me skip that. Oh, let me listen to the band from an edit to Common Writer. Yeah, that's what I'll do. Fucking, do I just need to show every bit of music to you through an AMV? Is that what
Maybe?
you need?
I mean, I like AMVs. There's a lot of cool AMVs out there.
Jesus, Jiminy Cricket. Life is a dream. Shabu, paradise up above.
Sorry, I had to mute myself. How are we all doing? I'm sorry. That was a really good bit. Like,
that's all I'm good for. Is slightly humorous bits.
Yeah. And it's like I guess like to circle back to that TikTok thing. It's like the thing is like a lot of the music and like stuff I've seen advertised, but like if you like this, you should watch my thing. It's like it's good. I just don't like that. That's the meta now. Like on that website, it just like that just feels like you're devaluing your own work. You know.
I remember there was a bit where one band was trying to market themselves, by just dancing to Tears for Fear while Everybody Wants to Rule the World, and the caption was like, we want to sound like this, and then all the comments were like, yeah, then why don't you write something so I can see what you're like?
Yeah. I mean, I like the at least the very least with like with the stuff I'm describing, they put their stuff in it, like with the caption. But like, yeah, again, you got like. I also just like I've been thinking about this a lot, where it's like I'm always thinking about a lot of things, but like the point is, like where it's like if you always be like, man, I want to do this, and then you never do it, just do it, man. Just do it. Like, yeah, you're gonna not be the greatest at it at first, but effort, man. Put in the effort.
This bro over here being a thinker.
I'm always thinking. Always got things in my mind.
This bro being a thinker, this other bro being a stinker.
Don't do Simeon that way, man.
I'm literally just sitting here listening politely. What the fuck?
What a weird episode, man. Cody leaves for 1 week, and then we just get into like, we get into like the weirdest discussion. I mean, these things have been on my mind. I've been wanting to get them out there. I've been wanting to like talk about this thing with like TikTok marketing or like the Don't Trip story or like now the Binder of Revelation. So, just like,
God,
what about it?
why does the universe hit me with a fucking tired stick?
Hey, that's my job, man.
No, the universe is hitting you with a tired shtick.
Hey.
Alrighty. All right, piss and vinegar.
What about piss and vinegar?
I don't know.
You need it in your veins to make a good TV show for the kiddies.
I thought you were gonna start quoting Dodgeball.
No, I was referencing the creation of Doctor Who.
You heard the? Oh, speaking of, there's some Doctor Who news. You see that, Sim?
I have. God,
opinions?
Okay, sure.
You don't have to give just a lot of opinions. You can just give brief opinions.
Yeah, brief opinions. Yeah.
We should probably establish what the fuck it is. They announced that the Disney Plus partnership is officially over, although they're still going to release the weird spin-off that they've been advertising on there. And the next thing will be a Christmas special at the end of next year. I mean, we all kind of saw that coming when it didn't immediately get renewed after season 2. So, not the end of the world, but also it's going to be interesting to see what it looks like going back to probably not a low budget, but less of a budget.
Medium-sized budget.
And also, like, I don't know, like the big fucking pull out all the stops for the Anniversary Gambit really didn't pay off as much as they were hoping it would. So maybe just let Davey say his final word on the show in this special and then get some new blood in here. Fucking write Rose Doctor out as fast as possible, please and thank you.
Yeah,
I saw something that says like, "Hey, it's not exactly what you think it is with that, so hold on before anything." You know?
Oh, they always be saying that with like Doctor Who. It's like it's not exactly what you think, and it's like.
Well, with media news in general, it does get like that.
Yeah. And I still think it's a screwed up concept, just like from that like ending tease. It's like, oh, like what an ass episode. Anyway, I have no idea how the hell they're gonna.
Did I ever show you the bi-generated man meme? Did I post that in the chat where you could have seen that?
I don't think so. Maybe I've seen it years ago, but like not it feels like years ago because the start episode.
Okay. Here, I just got it.
All right. Oh, it's a freaking what's it called? Agenda post. Yeah. Fumbled Rouge. 7 flashbacks per minute. Damn.
Yes.
True. He never got. God. Oh my God. What a mess. What a mess. He deserved way better. He was like my favorite Doctor in a bit. So
he was great. Honestly, I would not complain if they just started the fucking Christmas special of him changing back and being like,
"Hey, wait a minute! Hey, wait a minute, whiteface? Nah, I'm good." Oh God!
Hey, wait a minute! I don't want to be a woman yet.
Yeah, and I think it's just like what pissed me off most about that finale was like, oh, they went through all they made the bi-generation thing just so they wouldn't have David Tennant like, probably like that whole thing. Blackface is why am I dancing around this? I already made the whiteface joke. So it's like they that's probably that I to me that was the reason they made that whole bi generation thing. And then it's like then they had no problem with just straight up generating into the white woman. So it's like what's going on there, man? Again, there's probably a reason. They're probably gonna bring David Tennant like the back.
Oh god, that's the last thing I fucking want.
Same.
No, just
I don't
let
want
him
that either.
be.
Yeah, just let him be. And I was like, those anniversary trilogy was perfect for like, okay, that's a good ending for that era. But it's like, now let's move on to the next. And I was like, oh,
All right, let me put it this way: Davies or whoever is writing this fucking special, having Rose Doctor meet either of the Tenant Doctors is a fucking tired and basic ass concept. But having Rose Doctor meet Jackie Tyler would be the funniest fucking thing in the world. And if you don't do it, why the hell did you even have this happen?
Whatever. I'm just like, oh, that special was so bad it made me stop watching, like catching up on Doctor Who. Just like,
That's fair.
I was like, you know what? I need a break from this. I'll maybe next time, maybe next year.
I've been listening to audio dramas quite frequently. There's some.
I do want to get into the audio dramas. I just need to figure out how to watch them. And please, nobody tell me how.
They're on Hoopla.
You listen to them with your ears.
Okay, I didn't know they were on Hoopla. I thought they were like I had to like.
Or at least they are in my area. I think what's on Hoopla depends on your library system, but my system has a bunch of them.
Let me check the Hoopla, my local Hoopla, real quick. Hoopla's a great service. If you have a library card, use Hoopla.
Didn't we literally yell at you to use?
No, that was in DMs. That was in DMs.
Oh, okay.
I'm looking up. I'm filtering out audiobooks, formats. They have I read the Doctor Who comics on Hoopla audiobooks. Okay, they got the audiobooks. They got the audiobooks. Okay, we're good.
Okay.
I
would recommend starting with Blood of the Daleks, but Immortal Beloved is also really good. I just listened to that the other day.
I might do some Seventh Doctor stuff because they liked Seventh. So
Seventh Doctor. Let me think. I have listened to a couple of his.
Is
really good.
Oh, they have box sets available for the rental. They have like Second Doctor box set, First Doctor box set. Yeah. But again, Hoopla's a good service. Like, always make sure to if you're getting comics or audiobooks, always get the sets. Always get like the biggest omnibus or like trade you can find. So because you can only have like 5 borrows per month or something. So it's like always make sure to get the biggest like value with your borrow.
Yeah. Back when I was using Audible, which was like 3 years ago now, I would always filter my wish list by longest first when I went to use my credit.
Yeah, actually, I did not know. I thought I had to go through some like UK like shit to go like to get these audio dramas. But like, oh, if it's on Hoopla, all right.
I mean, I think there's people in America who just ordered the CDs from the UK and it wasn't that expensive for a while. I don't know what it's like with tariffs.
Yeah. Hey, if they're available digitally like that, I think I know what I gotta start listening to some audio. I've been also wanting to do audiobooks more and more. So, and like I've also been considering making my own like audio drama of some kind, but I'm like, maybe later. But I want to know how they work first. I want to know how like the most popular like well-known audio dramas work
with sound effects.
Yeah, sound effects. Yeah, but like
it's largely just like listening to an audiobook, but with music and sound effects, and there's not narration for the most part.
Like I know some audiobooks have narration. Although the audiobooks, audio dramas have narration.
Mm-hmm. Some of the Doctor Who ones do, especially when it's like first or second Doctor era, and they don't have the whole cast.
I'll definitely like look up some guidebooks, internet guides of like, oh, what are the best Doctor Who audio drama arcs? All right, I actually have to go in a bit. So do we want to wrap up?
Sure.
Damn.
Yeah, just people want to sleep soon, so probably a good thing because we actually started recording early than normal, so it's probably a good thing we did that.
Yeah. All right then, Sim. You want to tell the people where they can find you?
Yeah, I fucking post things on social media sometimes. You can find them by going down to the description.
All right, Buster.
Hi, I'm Buster Corp. I do all sorts of things on the internet. You can find my 2 channels, Buster Corp and Buster Tales. Buster Tales has like a little cartoon to watch, and Buster Corp has all these video essays. I'm also on Bluesky yapping about whatever and logging things on my media thread. Maybe you'll get an insightful comment here and there. We'll see.
Oh yeah. Hi, I'm Boingo. You can find me on a variety of places on the internet. Links are in the description, or you can just search for Boingo Writer, see if I'm there. Should be all cool. But this has been Modular Media, Modular Components. We just fuck around and hang out for a bit. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, leave a like or a comment down below on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel. Follow us on your podcasting platform of choice. Keep an eye out for other podcasts on these fine platforms, such as Toku Talkers and our local fanboys. In the meantime, does anybody have anything else they would like to say?
What do I do if I didn't enjoy the podcast?
Lie.
Okay.
Please lie.
Leave a comment.
No, it's a command.
About
Lie and say you did.
Well, I enjoyed the podcast. Everybody likes, comments, subscribes all the time. We're one of the most successful ones out there. Nobody can ever top us. Fucking Joe Rogan, who?
Damn, you had to fucking pull out the depression.